Definitely not rock and roll. We're playing like Jimmy Buffett.
That's great,
Amazing.
though. I think that's awesome,
That's
Andy.
so fun.
Divorced dad rock is what we play.
God, I hope the rest of that doesn't go down. Are you trying to tell me something?
It's a steep ledge.
I know, like, what the hell is that? Why did he leave on that?
All right, I love you.
I love you. I guess, yeah. Now I'm going to be up all night reading into that.
Is this the first episode you've done without Andy?
Yeah, this is it.
So
we've had bathroom breaks or he's gone to the bathroom.
Scary.
Yeah, but I've never had... I bought this myself, and when I'm talking about the switcher, okay, people can see. But I've never actually touched it before.
Good. Only a man should touch a switcher. And I've always said that.
Have you always?
Yes.
Do you have a tattoo?
And finally I have a real life applicable scenario for only a man should touch a switcher.
I feel like there should be rainbows shooting out of you right now.
Yeah, I think
because you've been living for this moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell that to Andy. You need to put rainbows
Yes.
on Maddy during this part.
Okay, so maybe this episode will pass the Bechdel test.
What's that?
You don't know what the Bechdel test is?
Oh my gosh. I am like, this is the other thing I get so excited about doing this because I'm not smart. And I'm so excited when people come on and teach me smart people things.
No.
Wait. I'm going to do this.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm going to switch to your
Talk me through
camera.
it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So the Bechdel test, named after Alison Bechdel, who's a cartoonist from Vermont.
Wait.
You probably know about her.
Okay, Dykes Like Us?
Yeah. So the Bechdel test is like a very, not to say that you should know about it, but it's like a pretty widely accepted, like way people judge movies and TV and other media and stuff, where it's like if two women have a conversation about, and it's not about like a man in any way.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting this right. Then it passes the Bechdel test.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because in her comic strip that doesn't happen because it's about people that are now not interested in men.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's like Alison Bechdel would approve of this.
So that's like a beyond Vermont.
Yeah.
Vermont
It's
thing?
like a very, like if you go on, I'm sure if you go on Film Reddit and you search Bechdel test, like it'll be crazy.
Hey, how cool is that?
Yeah.
We have a test named after somebody in our state.
Yeah, and it's a good test.
Oh
Usually
my
tests
God,
are bad.
that is a good test.
Usually tests are really, really bad.
Yeah. I'm okay with that one. Well, and it's like, that's even better than the Rorschach test, like looking at like something and seeing if you're crazy or not.
Totally, because you're getting diagnosed with something when they bring out the Rorschach. If you had a test named after you, what would it be testing?
Oh my God, you're asking really good questions.
Sorry, do you want to ask me?
Intelligence would be so sad. I don't want to. No, I don't even know. I don't like testing because no matter what happens, and it doesn't matter if it's a test in Cosmo or whatever it is, you're going to look at yourself in a different way after taking it. And most of the time, it's not positive. Like if you're taking a Cosmos test,
those have gone pretty bad for you, huh?
Like, oh, I guess I'm not good at giving blowjobs. Like this is telling me.
Right.
Which I should have known because I've only been with one person.
Well, you got a Yeti dick right in front of you.
I have this is so early on.
I know. It's too much for early on. Anyway.
Okay, Maddy, I haven't even officially welcomed you on the wrong side of the hedge, and we're already talking about Yeti dicks and blowjobs, which do go together well. And what is the test name again?
The Bechdel test.
The Bechdel test.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
It makes me proud to be a Vermonter.
Definitely. I think if you do some research into it, I think you'll really find it fascinating.
Yeah, it already is. That's so cool. Well, I think that was the reason why you came. Like, just even that alone, like, even if the rest of this conversation is absolute garbage.
Exactly.
Which I don't foresee it being.
You never know. There is not a man here, so
That's true.
it could
We are
go-
completely manless right
Yeah.
now. Okay. So, Maddie, I always like to ask this story of every guest. Maddy Hyams, welcome to the Wrong Side of the Hedge. there.
Thank you.
I always ask this of every guest. What is your comedy origin story? How long have you been? Were you a funny kid?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And how long have you been doing it? Like, how long have you been like doing it? Like calling yourself an actual comedian, like doing it as part of your life?
Sure. Okay. I would say I was like a funny kid. I wasn't, putting on plays and stuff. I've always been pretty introverted and socially awkward. So funny.
You're in the right place.
But like my grandfather used to call me like a smart aleck all the time. So I feel
That's
like
really
I was
cute.
a quippy kid.
So you were never afraid to like to be like a little bit of a smart ass? Like,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Was
some
it
would say.
cultivated or like would you get in trouble?
I didn't really get in trouble. No, it was pretty. But I also wouldn't say it was cultivated.
It's just like,
Just
oh,
acknowledged.
okay.
Sometimes acknowledged, sometimes ignored.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, no, it's
That's good.
not bad. It's not bad. No, my parents did really try to encourage creativity in different outlets. Like they definitely tried to force me to do plays and stuff.
They forced you.
No, they didn't force me. They tried to get me to.
They encouraged it.
They encouraged it.
Okay.
To sign up for
So what did that look
camps
like?
and
Were they just like,
such.
oh, there's a play happening, Maddie.
Yeah.
How about you audition for that friggin' thing?
Yeah, well, luckily I had a couple good friends who were super into that kind of thing. And
Oh, that helps.
it was sort of like, that time in middle school where you're like, oh God, I have to do this if I want to stay relevant. I have to do Very Merry Theater Camp this summer
Oh my
in
God,
order to stay
you're
relevant.
the second person to mention
Really?
Very Merry
Who
Theater
was the
Camp.
first?
Tracy Dolan mentioned it first.
Okay.
And then now that's awesome. This is like a great plug for that camp.
Yeah, seriously.
That camp.
Cut out everything else and then go to the camp.
Go to the camp. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they must still exist.
They do.
They
Like
do.
Ren just did one, and then
yeah,
we just
that's
went to a
awesome.
friend's show there.
Nice. Oh, I love that.
And it was like Tracy and I were talking about how supportive it is.
yeah.
Like how they will cast everybody.
Yes.
And everybody gets a chance to do something.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember I had very small parts, but
What were you?
We did The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
Oh, that's cool.
The one time I went.
How much
and
racism was there in it?
The usual amount. This was like 2005, so there was no censoring or, cancel culture was not around yet.
It's alive and well at Very Merry. Okay, so I just had
Very
to
Merry
know
Theater had
how
not
close
been
to the book did they
hit
stick?
with political social awareness yet.
Okay.
I'm sure they're great now.
Oh yeah. Well, they all are now.
Yeah,
Like we all are getting on the bandwagon of being kind. Okay, this is not a good plug for the camp
it's
at
not.
all.
Anyway, yeah. So I would say I was reluctantly in a performer, but more like smart alecky as a kid, and then I got into comedy when I'm sure this answer is so common. I just took improv level 101 with Aaron Paulson.
Okay, so you were also improv first too.
I was improv
Okay.
first.
All
Yeah.
right.
And I was in college and I was sort of looking for a hobby, something to do. And I don't think I remember feeling like if I go to this and I don't do well, like it will be the end of the world.
It does feel like that. Like the stakes do feel really high. then for
because
that
I
stuff.
had felt like I was funny like my whole life up until then, but like I had
Oh,
never had an
no.
opportunity to really test it. So I was
Yes.
like, if I fail at this, then I have nothing.
That was the Hyams test.
the Hyams test.
That was your
exactly.
test.
Improv 101.
That was your test. It's only for you.
Yeah,
no one
yeah,
else
yeah.
can take it.
Yes, exactly.
And you passed.
I think so. I mean, I don't remember doing. I don't think I was like the funniest one in the class, but it was fun. And after 101, the Vermont Comedy Club posted a job opening for a server.
Yeah.
And at the end of our last practice, I stopped in and talked to Natalie. She was sitting in the box office, and I was like, "Hey," I actually introduced myself. That was the first time I ever met her. I was like, "I'm in Erin's 101 class, and I saw you posted a job." And then she interviewed me and gave me the job. And from there, I was just in it, you know?
Yeah. I bet and working at the club, does it make you, do you ever get burnt out with comedy because you're surrounding it all the time? Does it make it hard like when you're like, oh, I need to watch Schindler's List?
I watch
need to
Schindler's
watch
List.
something
I watch
really
Schindler's List before work. So it's actually, when I get there, I'm like, okay, this is a nice relief.
You're so smart.
Yeah. It's save the best for
so
last.
smart. Yeah.
No, I love comedy so much. Like, I am such a big fan. I am, during work, I have like stand-up specials going on in the
Oh
background.
my God, that's really awesome.
Yeah. So I actually never get, it's never too much for me. I was talking
love
to,
that.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my coworkers recently, and I was just, they were talking about how they might, stop working there for a bit. And I was like, I could probably work here forever.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy.
It's a really great place. And I did take, some time away during my time away.
Yeah. Which I'd love to talk about. Like, so you were out in LA, right?
Yeah. So I went to LA kind of during COVID, early 2021.
Yeah.
So everything was shut down here, and we weren't sure if, the club was going to reopen here. And
that was
such.
so stressful. Yeah.
So stressful.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the only reason. I also spent my whole life here. So I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's something that Andy and I have always talked about because we've spent our whole lives here. And I think it's like, we're so happy that we've made the choices that we did.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always like this part of both of our brains. It's like, oh, like I wonder what it would have been like to at least just like try to like step out of the state.
Yeah.
And just have like new experiences. Like when I heard that you were going, and anytime I hear that, like when Maggie went to, and it's like, yes, like you should be doing that. Like,
Yeah.
you should be doing that.
Yeah. Even if you, have a plan to return.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's a great way to it helps you learn more about yourself, to see yourself in a totally different environment.
What did you learn like when you're out there? Like, is it sounds like such a different environment out there.
It's so different. Yeah. Couldn't be more.
What was the
different,
most
probably.
surprising part of it for you?
The most surprising part of it for me was that, I don't know, there's a lot of moving to a new place. Obviously, I didn't know anyone there.
Yeah.
But I never really felt alone. Like, I like being alone. I like alone time, but I was afraid it was going to be like, how am I going to meet people? I'm
like sad.
I hate
alone
meeting
time.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really never felt alone. Even there's just kind of this general buzz. Like, even when you're just like in a coffee shop or like, when I was in my apartment with people I had just met because I found the place on Craigslist. And
So you didn't know any of the people you were living with?
No.
Yeah, this is like it's just like so opposite
Yeah.
what I've done, that blows my mind.
Yeah. It was that part was pretty scary.
Did it work out?
It
Like,
did,
were the people
yeah.
cool?
They were very cool.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
But yeah, there's just kind of like a general buzz of like energy that I just never really felt like I was like, alone trying to, climb my way out of a hole of
Because
despair.
everyone's kind of doing it along with you.
Yeah, a little bit. But also everyone's just everyone just has a certain energy there because they're all just like really trying to make it, as they say. But
that must be, and that's like the one thing that when I've visited New York City a bunch of times.
mm-hmm.
And that is the thing that I miss sometimes when I come home is there's always this buzz of creativity.
Exactly. Yeah,
anywhere you go.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and I don't know if you found that here, like we're so lucky that we have the comedy community here because like, I don't know, how else would we get to do our art form, if we didn't have the club kind of as our like flagship, and it makes it so that we can just, Andy said this so many times, like you guys are so lucky because you have a mecca, you have a place you can go and know all those people there kind of they express themselves in similar ways to you and you have that common language. But if you don't have those little places like that, it's like a wasteland sometimes in New England.
No, totally.
I
don't even like to think about what life would be like without the people we have here in this community. Yeah.
And even though like, was it, so when I talked to Maggie about it and I've talked to other people, like that's the biggest thing they've said is like Vermont has this very special, like tight-knit community. When you were out in LA, did you find like a community that like a smaller community within the larger one?
Yeah, I would say I eventually did find a very like niche. It was basically it took me like getting on a sketch team and
so you were doing sketch out there.
I was doing sketch. Yeah.
Cool.
I did a little bit of stand up at first and then it was just like too much. The open mic vibe.
Oh my God, I'd love to hear about it. I'm so curious.
People will leave like immediately after their sets. At every mic, and everyone uses those like the lists where you have to sign up online. And they like open it up and then like after 5 seconds the list is filled and everything is pay to play and it's just not like a fun, I don't know, maybe it's fun for some people.
It sounds so stressful.
Yes, it's stressful. It's like such a grind even to just do the mic circuit.
Wow.
And obviously everything is so far apart because LA is huge. You can't just like...
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
It's not like New York City where you can just kind of pop
sometimes
around.
You gotta... I mean, I was never even at a point where I was going to multiple mics in one night, but people do, and they'll like get in the car and drive 50 minutes.
Oh my God.
To a different neighborhood.
That amount of drive is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I love what we do, but I don't know if I could, even if I didn't have the kids or if I was just by myself, that's just so much.
It really is.
That's so much.
It is. And like I said, I never got to that point. I just am not that passionate about stand-up. Like, I love it, but I just don't love it that much.
Yeah.
To get in the car and go to Santa Monica.
Crazy. Yeah. That's just... Excuse me. That's just, that takes such a drive. And it's at night when you just worked all day.
Well, people in LA don't work. So they've spent their whole day preparing to drive 40 minutes to the next mic.
True. I keep trying to think that my whole life has been Vermont. So I just think everything operates like this. Oh my God. So then but how did you find the people that you did sketch with?
So I auditioned for a sketch team through a theater called The Pack, which is I was started by like a UCB guy. There's a lot of smaller theaters popping up, which are really great. They're they're usually started by either UCB or Second City people who have went through their whole thing and were somewhat successful. But their schools are a lot smaller and their classes are a lot cheaper.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
yeah. So yeah, I auditioned for a sketch team and
oh my God, and you got in.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Yes, just as a writer though.
That's so
I submitted
cool,
as a
though,
writer
Maddy.
because I'm scared of performing sketch.
I did hear that about you.
You did?
Yep, I did. We've talked about you before on the podcast.
Okay.
When Maggie Phelan was down
Oh
here.
yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. We were talking about, because we were talking about you guys possibly doing a season 2 of Pet Store.
Oh yes.
Which I got really excited about.
Yeah.
And she was just saying how the way you guys staged it wasn't how it was supposed to be, and how if you guys were like a comedy duo, you would prefer to be the writer.
Totally.
And she would love to say the lines that you write, because she's like, I don't really like
nice.
writing jokes,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
like we would make a good comedy duo.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah.
she said.
Mm-hmm.
So do
Okay.
you find that like you're like, oh, you're more your proclivities are for like behind
Definitely.
the scenes more?
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So that was really fun to have to be on a team where those were separate roles. So like I didn't
Yeah.
have to worry about like memorizing lines and stage fright. Like I could totally just focus on
That's
the
so
writing of it
cool.
all, which was super fun, and it was a super tight-knit group.
Did you
Um,
write by yourself, or did you have other people that wrote with you?
A mix of both.
Mm.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's hard to collaborate on sketches with certain types of people. So
Who makes the best writing collaborators, do you find? Obviously somebody who's open-minded to
yeah, I was
different
gonna say
ideas.
people who are just like easy to bounce ideas off of.
Not
Who
power
aren't
hungry.
who aren't like stuck on their one thing that they keep coming back to.
Yeah.
That are like open to like go off on weird tangents and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm working on a sketch show right now with a couple people, and we're gonna try to improvise some of our writing, which I'm
Oh, cool.
excited about. I've never really done that before in terms of like getting to a final product by improvising just from an
Yeah.
idea. So
Is that going to be at the club?
no, we're gonna try to do it at Off Center.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So what is that going to look like? So you'll write, you improv on stage, and then how
No,
is it gonna
so just
work?
in terms of just in the writing process.
Okay.
So I think our plan is to kind of, come up with the premises that we think are funny, and then kind of improvise off of those and like come up with a couple different, ways that scene could play out.
Okay.
And then, whatever we find is funny, write it.
Oh, Andy and I used to do sketch for a little bit before we had the kids, and
Mhm.
that's how we did it.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
would just think of something really tiny, and I don't know, like it seems to me like that would be easier than looking at like a blank screen.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a different process. And I usually, 99% of the time I've just looked at a blank screen. So
yeah, and just
I'm excited to see how that goes.
oh my god, where do you get your ideas from? Are you like this image of this sounds funny to me, or like what are the sorry, this question
No,
is, like,
it's good.
forming.
I'm going to wait till it's done.
Yeah, no, it's not cooked yet. It's
Take
like
your time.
Okay, so
Some
what
Elvis whiskey.
I guess when it comes down to it, like, what are the things that you usually find funny that you want to write about in a sketch? Is it like more relationship things? Is it more like this image of somebody doing this thing would be really funny to see?
Yeah, I would say the latter. And something I get stuck on a lot of the time is I'll come up with like just one very, static, independent, funny thing that happens. And then I'm like, I'll write a whole sketch around that. And
That's
then,
what I was wondering.
Yeah. And then it's like, it's hard because then you have to make the rest of it funny too. It can't just be
that one little blip.
Yeah.
Because that's just a painting.
Exactly.
Like, it's just a still image.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I had an idea written down in my sketch notebook of a woman in a waiting room while her husband gets a vasectomy eating charcuterie meat.
I would watch that.
And I'm like, oh yeah, this is an amazing sketch idea.
I love it.
She just
that.
gonna sit there for 3 minutes and eat her salami.
I mean, that actor has a fantastic job to do. I mean,
Yes.
who wouldn't want to do that for
Who
3
wouldn't want
minutes
to do
straight?
it? That's a dream role.
Well, there's just now I'm picturing like there would be sound effects in the background. I mean, that would sell it if you had the guy in the background making some horrible sound effects. I mean, I don't think there's a drill. You can't use a drill sound. I don't think they use a drill for that.
You know, medical technology is getting really, really impressive these days.
Maddie, I think that would be going backwards. I don't think that's like forward moving to use a drill for a vasectomy. I think that's like going back in time. Seems a little archaic.
Hey, that's a sketch.
That's a sketch. You keep seeing people walking in the back with all these different horrible implements.
Yeah. Okay, so the guys on the table, like, getting ready, and they're, like, getting out all their tiny little, like, laying out all their little tools and everything. And then
penis-sized tools.
Yeah, and then you see, like, nurses and techs walking in the background just carrying, like, the biggest tools ever. And the guy's just like, wait, what?
Where is that going?
It's like, this is a vasectomy, right?
They have like a mace.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you're good.
The recovery time is a lot faster if we use these.
Yeah.
And then you still have the lady eating her sausage.
Yeah, exactly. The split screen.
Man, this is like writing itself.
Yeah,
See? Fantastic.
Sketch is so easy.
I love that. I love that. Like, this is so easy. It hasn't even been tried yet. Sketch is so easy. Oh, man. We had a sketch that Andy and our friend Stetson wrote, and it was so technologically like cumbersome. Like we had so Andy was a butler and our friend Stetson was a writer who was trying to write, and Andy kept interrupting him. And it started off that he was writing a love story, so you'd hear like his inner monologue, and then Andy kept interrupting him, and so he changed it. He was getting pissed off at the butler, and it slowly turned into like he was gonna murder Andy.
Oh, I love that.
So but he was supposed to murder Andy. He was actually supposed to murder him. And we performed it, and we totally forgot to murder Andy. And we had all this like lightning flashing and like all this stuff. And it played to like nobody laughed at it. It was like
he just missed
nobody
missed
understood what the fuck was happening. But we had this one guy go, "That butler sketch was amazing. That was the best sketch ever." Like, this sucked. Yeah. Because we thought sketch was easy. We're like, this is such a great idea, and it's not.
Because when sketch doesn't get laughs, to me, it's so much more embarrassing than stand-up or improv. Because stand-up, it's just you writing, so you get a pass. Improv, it's not pre-written, so you get a pass. But sketch, literally 12 people writing one thing, and if it's not funny, like, yikes.
And you had time. Yeah, and you rehearsed it.
So much time.
Have you ever had a sketch that you're like, oh, this one's going to be great, and it just didn't land the way you thought it was going to?
Yeah, there were a couple people on my sketch team in LA who just were not good at memorizing the lines. Like,
that's hard.
They tried
Oh no.
To their credit, I think they just were really, really bad at it.
Oh no. That's all of it.
Yeah.
It's if the writing doesn't come out, you can't hear the writing.
Exactly. And so it's
oh no.
Yeah, so it's like afterward. So I had this sketch that I really liked about Willy Wonka at his 40th high school reunion.
Oh God! Every time you say something, I'm already sold on it. I'm already sold. Okay,
and
continue.
I worked so hard on it. I loved it so much. And the guy who I had playing Willy Wonka just completely messed it up. And afterwards, I had to be like, "That's fine. Don't worry about it." But like that was like the whole thing.
Your heart must have been like, but my words, like,
yeah.
but I wrote that.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, so you never really even got to see if it worked or not.
No, and that's the thing about sketch too, which is hard, is a lot of times, and same with like Pet Store, and really anything that you spend a long time writing, if you're not performing it a number of times for like different crowds and stuff, sometimes it feels like, okay, we did all that and then we did our show and now it's over, and so we did all that work.
Yeah.
And now there's nothing else to do.
Because sketches are so short.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, exactly. So you do like a 45-minute show and you're like, okay, we just spent 6 months writing that.
Right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't even think about that.
Because it's not like stand-up where you're going to go do that same exact thing again 100 times.
And get to like workshop it in all of these different rooms.
Right.
Oh my God. That made me really sad. That made me so sad that you did.
Can we put my GoFundMe as a chyron on the bottom of the screen?
Wait, I'm going to switch to a wide
Just
shot.
found out
There you go.
sketch is sad.
Yeah, sketch is incredibly sad and an emotional roller coaster is what I learned. Oh my God. Because also it's not like Saturday Night Live where like this is now going to be viral and go out into the world.
Exactly.
It's not being taped.
Right.
For the most part. Oh my God. That just makes... Why the fuck would you do it? Why? It's all negative. There's no pluses from it.
Can I have some of that Elvis whiskey?
God, I wish. Okay, please. All right, now since we're talking about this, please read the label of that, Maddie, and tell me that doesn't sound amazing.
Elvis Midnight Snack, peanut butter, banana, and bacon flavored whiskey.
Yes. And
wow,
it was
proof?
amazing. It was incredible.
Wow, I cannot believe that.
Mm-hmm.
What
you can't believe they made it, or you can't.
I can't believe it's incredible. What
it's incredible.
Which of these tasting notes came out victorious? The peanut butter, the banana, or the bacon? I would guess the bacon.
I think you might be right. I'm trying to remember what it tasted. It tasted sweeter than I thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
It tasted less like Elvis. I thought it was gonna taste more like Elvis.
Sure. And what would that taste like?
Probably like that. Probably. I mean, the man did not eat healthy. I'm sure the sweat coming out of his body probably tasted just like that.
Maybe these ingredients are a tribute to what he ate before he died shitting himself.
He died shitting himself.
Didn't he?
He did.
Am I totally making that up?
I have to fix it, Maddie, because he was trying not to shit himself. He was on the toilet. He had his pants.
Well, yeah, and he just had a huge meal of peanut butter, banana, and bacon. He was like, "This is gonna be really tough."
A friend of mine gave me like a cookbook of his, and there's a thing in it called red eye gravy, and it's like bacon drippings from like 2 pounds of bacon, and then you just pour coffee in it.
Oh my God.
He had that. It's all stuff that he had. And you're like, what? Elvis.
The man is...
What about the long
insane.
game? What about this? There was no long game.
There was no long game.
I don't think there was for anybody back then.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
If you were going to be like Elvis and eat like something to excess, like what would it be? Would it be a pound bacon drippings and coffee.
I feel like whatever it is, it has to have bacon drippings. So it'd be like blank with bacon drippings.
We were just talking about Henry's in Spanish, and I was always like, how come everything in the Spanish class is con carne? How come it's always with meat?
Yeah.
Everything's con carne. So yours would be con bacon.
Exactly. They don't have a word for that.
They don't have a They don't have a Spanish word
There's
for
no
bacon.
Spanish word for
It's
bacon.
just bacon.
Yeah. Sorry.
Do you know
Actually,
it?
I think it might be jamon.
Oh my God, look at you.
Because you don't pronounce the J.
Oh, that's right.
El
I think you're
jamón.
right. Okay. You have taught me so much in how much time? In 37 minutes.
Oh my God.
We've learned so much.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Speaking of learning, so I have my Siri and Google Maps voice set to an Irish woman's voice just because
You're
it's a hard
so
accent.
smart. You really do love like comedy. Like you haven't even, you don't even like do like the basic voice for like your Google Maps. Maddie, you're impressive.
I just like to, stay alert. When I hear her say something, I'm like, oh yeah. No, but when I was driving here, I had to turn onto Irish Hill Road. And when she said Irish, she, for a minute, I think got really confused. It's like, Irish Hill Road.
Did she sound like
She didn't say it twice. She was like, Irish Hill Road. Turn right onto Irish Hill Road.
Like she couldn't believe that she was
She couldn't
represented.
believe she was saying the name of her accent.
Can you imagine? She's like, Irish. Oh, that's me.
The phone just explodes. Can't handle it.
Like I would get to your house, but my phone is exploding because it couldn't handle the word Irish because the lady's Irish.
Because she's Irish. You know how the Irish are.
They like to explode.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the growing up, are you an only child? Are you a sibling?
I am a sibling. I have 2 younger brothers and an older half sister.
Oh, so you're kind of like in the middle.
Yeah, mostly
Okay.
the oldest because my sister's quite a bit older, so she wasn't really in the house
Okay.
when we were growing up. So yeah, mostly the oldest.
Were you an asshole older sibling?
No, me and my brothers are really close. We always have been.
Oh, yuck.
I know. It's disgusting.
That's actually really sweet. How close in age?
We're all 3 years apart.
Oh my God.
So not even that close.
Were your parents like, was that like very planned? Like exactly 3 years apart. Like, well, I guess you
Yeah.
better have a kid.
I mean,
It's been 3
if
years.
you're only gonna do it 3 times ever, you might as well make it exactly 3
Because
times.
that's definitely what
apart.
happened. That's what helps you sleep at night.
Yeah,
It only
That's
happens 3 times.
what I have to assume.
Are they performers at all or do comedy or anything?
No.
No.
My mom is very serious.
Okay.
Business,
Okay.
career. And my dad is less serious, but oh my God, I'm being so mean to them. They're both
you're allowed.
decently funny. They've both said funny things once or twice.
I bet they wrote about it in their diary that night.
Definitely.
I said something really funny tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know where I got it.
I think you're just magical.
It could be.
Yeah, you're just magical.
Yeah.
So I had the joy of being on your, and speaking of podcasts, your and Maggie's podcast.
That feels like so long ago. That was like a pandemic project that
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was so fun.
Mm.
We kept doing it for a lot longer than I thought we would.
That's awesome. How many
Yeah.
episodes did you guys end up doing?
I think we probably did around 40 total.
Maddie.
Yeah, it was
That's really
we
good.
were very consistent for a long time.
Oh my God. But yeah, like it's a hard thing to be consistent with.
It really is. I mean, we were just over Zoom. We didn't have like a setup like this.
Oh, but I mean, this is just because I have Andy and he's one of those people that's like, well, if we're going to do something,
Exactly.
we've got to do it right. And by right, I mean this, which is not
gotta do
even
it
that right.
right.
Like, look at this. There's hot glued Legos on the wall over there. Like, this is part of like the old Hedge
Insane.
set from a long time ago.
Absolutely insane.
When I got the joy of being on your podcast and you had mentioned like one thing that we were talking about was Vermont cryptids.
Yes.
And I had said when you first came down that there is I was upset because I looked at a map of like each state has their own little mythical creature.
Okay.
And for some reason, the map that I looked at did not give us Champ. Like ours was not Champ.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
a pig man.
Oh.
Yeah, and he lives in like the
pig man.
southern part of the state.
Unhamon.
And he was Yes. Yes. And he lives in like the southern part of the state.
Okay, so he's a conservative.
Yes.
He's outside the
As all pig
he's
people
outside
probably
the
are.
urban bubble.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he wouldn't be able to survive in an urban bubble being a pig man.
Definitely not.
I mean, it would kind of fit if he's conservative.
I
It kind of
think.
would fit.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that stuff? Like, do you believe in ghosts and do you believe in?
I need to know more about the pig man, Meredith. Is it a man with
I wish I
is
knew
it more
more.
man or more pig?
Okay. Wait a minute.
Can we find out?
All right.
Thank you.
I only have 2% on this phone, but I'm going to use it to look up the pig man.
That's enough.
Okay. What we're trying to do eventually is have when Andy's down here, he's going to be able to like look stuff up.
Yeah.
Vermont pig man.
We thought about when Maggie and I did the podcast, we thought about bringing on Brian Park to look stuff up for us.
Oh my God.
But he, for some reason, didn't want to.
Well, talk about somebody who was like made to be in the front.
Seriously, yeah. It would have been a waste of his talent.
Okay. This is shocking. Listen to this, Maddie. I didn't know this. The Vermont pig man refers to a local legend from Northfield, Vermont about a missing teenager named Sam Harris who supposedly became a monstrous figure. The legend claims Harris disappeared on October 30th, right before freaking Halloween,
Yeah.
1951, after a prank, and was later seen as a naked creature covered in white hair with a hollowed out pig's head for a face.
Okay. Naked creature.
Descriptions of the pigman vary, but often include a pig-like countenance, sometimes with cloven hooves and claws, and sightings describe it rummaging through garbage or lurking in the woods near areas like Devil's Wash Bowl. What? How is this a missing he just went missing and then he turned into a pig. And people believe this poor man, this poor boy went missing.
They were like, we are going to stop our search, but we have to come up with an out.
Yes. Like, he's alive. He just turned into a pig.
Yeah, he's fine, guys.
That's
Don't
what they
worry
told
about
his
him.
parents, probably. They're like, he
They
just
show up at
turned
their
into a
door.
pig.
We're so sorry to report your son, who's been missing for weeks, turned into a pig man.
I mean, puberty does do weird things. He was a teenager. Oh my God.
Teenagers are so scary.
I know. Also, it said a hollowed out pig's head.
So,
what does that mean?
I guess just
like he was wearing like a
scoop it out like a
scoop it out,
jack-o'-lantern.
like stick it on. What the heck? Okay. I'm sorry. I did not know it was going to be that horrific. I thought it was just like Mothman, like just something that you see.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was like a missing kid involved.
A tail.
God Lord. People in the 50s, what the
Oh my God, that kid was like on milk cartons.
I know, but did they put his real face or the pig man
They put
face?
the pig man face. They're like, okay, guys, technically we still have to look for him, even though he's a pig man.
You know, they do that aging thing. Like, this is how it looked at the beginning. And now they age him into just a pig. It's not even like on two legs. It's just a pig.
This is what forensic scientists think he would look like now. It's just a pig.
And they're like, wait, put the hat on it. He had a hat.
Oh, I saw him at the grocery store. The hat helped.
The hat helped. There's like a lineup. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
That's so sad. Okay, so do you believe in ghosts? Now that we know the tragic story of the freaking pig man.
Jeez, yeah. Yeah, I believe in ghosts.
Have you ever had any like encounters or anything like that?
The only like really spooky thing that's happened to me was I was having a sleepover with some friends at my house, and in the middle of the night I heard like a dial-up tone, like a really old computer, and I went into, we have like a bonus room that's like basically an attic. It's like just storage.
I
and
love
stuff.
that you call it a bonus room.
Yeah,
It's really
now when I think about it, that's
People
just what
say
it was always
extra,
called.
but I love that it's called bonus. Like,
Yeah.
that's really cute.
Well, it's like you had to walk through my parents' room to get to it, so it was like
Okay.
not really functional in any other way besides storage.
It is a bonus room.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like a really, really big closet.
That's awesome.
But anyway, so we like walked in there, and you know when you're a kid and you're like something scary and you're with your friends and you're like, this is so fun. So like we all went in there, and we had this really old computer, like a giant like box computer.
Yeah.
And it wasn't plugged in, but it was just on.
Why did I ask this question?
There wasn't
So
anything on the
scary.
screen, but the light was on, and it was like the glowing black screen. Like you could see it was clearly
Yeah.
on, and then we were out of there.
Yep. There'd be pee on
Like-
the floor.
Yeah, like that thing had not been turned on in probably a decade.
Oh my God. Do you believe in psychics?
I have been to one psychic.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God. Will you tell?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is actually funny because I was just
All right,
actually
let's get
trying to
your
write a
camera
sketch
on.
about this.
All right, there you go.
So I went to the psychic when I moved to LA,
Oh my
and
God, I'm so excited. Okay.
she was your usual like woo woo.
Did she do
lady.
like what it? So
It was like
how did she do it? Like that they don't look at palm. That's like different.
that's
then.
a
Okay.
different. She didn't like touch me in any way. We really just like I sat across a table from her. It was very like mellow, nothing crazy in terms of the setup or anything.
Like the eyes didn't roll back. in her
No,
head or anything.
exactly. She closed her eyes.
Okay.
And then I closed my eyes. I was like, if you're closing your eyes, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Because that is awkward. That is awkward. It's like when people are all praying
Yeah.
and you're like,
And she's like, oh, you don't have to close your eyes. That's actually just for me. But anyway, it was pretty, the stuff she told me was pretty like, basic. Like your grandmother loves you. Your dead dog is gonna come back to you one day in another dog. And
in another dog.
But the crazy part is she kept bringing up that she thought I should go to online grad school. So random.
That is so specific.
So random, so specific.
She was getting a kickback.
That's what I thought, but she never said a specific institution. She was just like, you have more. You have so much potential. I could really see you in a continuing education environment online. That came up at least 3 times.
Oh my God.
Like she really wanted me to go to online grad school.
Okay, now I really wish she did have the eyes like rolling back.
I know.
When
Imagine she was
said
like,
that.
having an insane, like, connecting experience with a spirit. She was like, grad school.
Yeah, she's like, online grad school. She starts
Southern New
bleeding.
Hampshire University Online.
Go. The table starts levitating. Like, Jesus, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So she was
It's
all
so
in.
Weird. Yeah.
Did you think about it? Did she make you start?
Oh, yeah. I
thinking
definitely
about
thought
it?
about it. I was like,
I love that everything else was so generic.
I know. Yeah. It was so
What?
bizarre.
I went to like a palm reader one
Okay.
time
And how was that?
in Lake George, and I was dating Andy at the time, and this was so ridiculous. So I was working on a dairy farm, so my hands were like covered in calluses,
Mm-hmm.
and she looks at my hands. She's like, "Well, I can tell that you work very hard." I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay." So then she said, she did say that I was with somebody, but that wasn't my true love, and I was going to find true love later on in life.
And what did Andy say when he left?
Andy,
Just now?
oh my God, I didn't connect it. Andy was just talking about divorce.
He's going to the divorced dad's band
He's going
jam.
And he's not divorced.
Oh, Meredith, you gotta go back to this woman.
Oh my God.
She was right.
She was right. I do work hard, and she's right about that. Oh my God. So, well, at the time, Eddie asked what she said, and I said, well, she said that I'm not with the right person. And he got so pissed off.
Yeah.
And we've been
I
back
would.
to Lake George since, and he like flips the place off every time we go by.
Really, yeah. Do you know if her practice is still there?
Her practice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the place is still there, but I don't know if she does it or if it's just like some college kid.
Yeah. It'd be interesting
Summer
to go
job.
back to her and say,
He's in a
Fuck
divorced
you.
dad band group. You were right.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't believe you were here to hear it. You
I
were here to
know.
watch my marriage crumble.
From the moment he decided not to be doing the switchboard in this podcast episode,
I
it
know.
was all downhill
It
from
was
there.
downhill. That was his way of saying, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
this
I'm
is
done.
I'm cutting the
I helped you build all of this, and now I'm done.
I built your little hedge corner. What else do you want from me?
What made you go to the psychic? Just curiosity?
Yeah, I was just like, it was literally like a couple weeks after I moved to LA. So I was like, I'm in LA now. I'm gonna get a smoothie and go to a psychic.
That should be on a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
To like,
I got a little Botox in my upper lip.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I really went crazy. When
What
I
was
first
that
got there.
like?
It was very fine.
This is so funny to me because, like, it's such a common thing, and I'm like, oh my God, what was it like? And like,
Yeah.
so many people do.
I know.
It's like asking you if you went skydiving. It's not that big of a deal. I seriously am
Well,
a
gather
child.
around and I'll tell you all about it.
Gather around. I should have brought the little cardboard fire out.
Yeah.
So I can warm my hands
Yes,
as you tell me
yes.
about Botox. But isn't that like so commonplace now? Because don't people
Yeah.
have like Botox?
Yeah, I
parties
mean,
and
there's
all
like
that kind
tons of
stuff?
places here that do it.
Oh my God! I think they would see me and be like, "There's no help." You have to have something for them to inject it into. They're like, we're guessing there might be something here. like try. I think you were supposed to have something here. Let's just try that.
They're like, why don't we just draw it on instead? And then inject that.
Yes, and it's like the I Love Lucy lips. Like it's like
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
up
yeah.
right under my nose. How like the women back then. Oh my God.
What if you go in somewhere and ask for that? Do you think they would do it?
Please give me the I Love Lucy special.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Of course
They would need the drill for that.
And Andy's out there
Yeah.
eating the sausage. Oh my God. I did get one time, like when Twilight came out, a friend of mine had a Twilight party because she was really into it. And one of the things she got was this like lip plumper stuff. And I did try that. And
Was it like the kind that stings so bad?
Yes. And I was like, I don't think it made it feel any. I'm just hurt. My mouth just hurts.
Like if it's just becoming swollen.
What did I
if it's
expect?
stinging?
Yeah. What is it that must just like bring more blood flow into your lips?
Yeah.
And like,
I guess so.
Yeah, those died like they never were there. You can't plump something that's just non-existent.
That's a really good metaphor for life. You can't plump something that's not there.
That's really true.
Take that into your relationships, your, you know.
So much advice.
Yeah.
So much advice.
There was a, one time when we were in LA, Maggie twisted her ankle, poor girl. We had to go to urgent care. She was fine. She was being a little dramatic. But I took her to urgent care, and the urgent care was a combo urgent care Botox clinic.
Oh my God.
You could do both in the same place.
Like you could get your ankle fixed and get Botox.
Yeah,
at
you
the
could
same
literally
time.
get like stitches and freaking.
I mean, I guess why not?
Filler.
You're right there.
Yeah.
But that is like
it was so
weird.
weird.
I don't know what we have that's like the equivalent of that here in Vermont. Like we would have like a walk-in clinic and a creamy stand. Like
yeah.
We would have I don't know. Like it is funny to me too, like that you're telling me like there's like a lot of these places like in Vermont, because I think we were rated like one of like the least fashionable places
awesome.
in the US.
Yeah.
Was here,
Sure.
which feels very true.
Yeah, 100%.
That feels so right.
You know what? I don't think there is. That's a genius idea. Is a combo creamy stand cannabis
Oh my God.
dispensary, right?
That should be a thing.
Yeah.
That should be. And I've heard that is actually something in Los Angeles that they have, is like the cannabis and like a little lounge, like a little like eatery place. But I don't know if we have something like that here.
Yeah.
But that would do gangbusters. And I also feel like an In-N-Out burger would do really good here.
Yeah. Although I think In-N-Out is not as good as it's made out to be.
Oh,
I
are
think
you
it's
serious?
more of a cultural like iconic place rather than
like Krispy Kreme donuts.
exactly.
Okay.
Rather
like
than
that.
being like actual good food.
Okay.
Like it's fun to go there because it's, you know, the vibe and the decor, and you're at In-N-Out and you're taking a photo with your little bag.
It's like going to like the cupcake place in New York City.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it's just like a very average burger and fries.
That's how I felt about Shake Shack. I went to like a Shake Shack in New York City, and I was like, oh, this is just this.
Yeah.
It's just a burger.
Mm-hmm.
But you must miss the food.
Yeah, I mean, the food options.
My God, all we have is like pub food here.
Yeah, it's really. When me and Maggie lived together, we lived in a neighborhood called Thai Town, and so it was just like within like a 30-second walking distance radius of our apartment, you could get to probably 8 different Thai restaurants, and they were all so good.
Oh my God. What do we only have like tiny Thai here. Do we have
it's just like
Thai
there's
places?
like one option of every type of not every, but like any type of cuisine there is. There's like one mediocre option.
Yes. Cuz they've like Americanized it, I feel like, to some degree. And that's the thing I miss too, like when I visit family in New York. That is the thing. I miss like, oh, things are open at night and there's food everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's mostly all good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Do you ever do like open mics or anything when you visit New York?
I did one show in New York. And I remember I was so like country mouse about it, because I was like, oh my God, I'm doing like a show in New York City. I can't believe it. I was so excited and just like, oh my God, this is such a big deal. And then I did it, and it was just like a show here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is no different. There's people here that don't know this is happening.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't want to hear me. And this is just like, okay, like,
Perfect.
that's what this is.
Yeah.
But the guy that booked me was just really sweet and like had done comedy at Comedy and Crepes.
Oh, nice.
And did a show there.
Love that.
And I was like, hey, I'm going to be visiting family. Like, is there a show that I could jump on? And he was really sweet and like put me on. And but I like hyped it up in my head to like this crazy degree.
No, totally. I would too.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, it's just like
New
home.
York.
Yes,
New York.
because it just feels different there.
Yeah.
It smells different.
Right. And then you're just in like a little bar that
Yes.
could just be like Radio Bean or something.
And I asked, and Jeremy Rayburn found out which bar I was in and going to, and he knew it. And he's like,
really?
oh yeah, Kat used to, I think she used to bartend there or something. And he's like, yeah, it's just like a total like little hole in the wall, like bar. And he had like some crazy stories about it, but it was just like, oh, this is like doing something in like the North End or something like that.
Love that.
Yeah. Have you, so you didn't really do much stand-up when you were out and about. You're doing it back here though, right?
I am a little bit. Yeah. I take stand-up such for granted though, because I'm always like, yeah, I can do stand-up whenever. Like and then I'll be working on another project. I'm like, this deserves more of my time right now. But then I never get back to stand-up, and everyone else continues to do stand-up and get better and become so good. And eventually it's just going to be like, oh, I'm actually not a stand-up anymore. But
you're finding your way with sketch though.
Yeah.
Which is so cool because I feel like when you left, it wasn't as big here as it is now.
I know. It is really nice that people are like coming up with a lot of different outlets and different ways to put shows up. Yeah.
And the fact that like that's the other thing that I love about this community too, is that the club is here, but everybody's so supportive of things being in all different venues too.
Totally.
Like that's really cool that you have the club, but like you're gonna be doing your sketch show at Off Center.
Yeah.
And nobody even thinks twice about it.
Right.
That you're like, oh yeah, no. Like that's cool. Like they're doing it there, or when people were doing things at Arts Riot.
Or like that.
So cool.
Arts Riot, or that other little theater that was open.
Oh,
remember?
Revelry.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. We were just like talking about Revelry.
Yeah, that was such a fun little space.
It was. All of those little black box theater spaces are. I just feel like they're so important. Because there's all these great places like Main Street Landing and like the Flynn space, but it's so expensive.
They're so expensive. Yeah, we were looking at options for putting up pet store, and we looked at all those places. I mean, Flynn Street and Main Street Flynn space and Main Street Landing are like out of the budget by so far.
And I feel like, I don't know if you feel like this, but it feels like if you did it there would be more pressure for this to be like absolutely 100% perfect. Everything needs to land. Everything needs to work. We have to be working even harder because the ticket prices probably have to be higher.
Exactly. Yeah. There's so much that has to factor in.
Yeah. How is working on Pet Store for you? It's been fun to talk to all the different people involved. And see like what, and the only person I have to talk to, I had freaking Jared down here, and I had him down here, and I just talked about nothing.
I'm sure
but
you and Jared talked for like 4 hours about absolutely nothing.
Garbage, and I didn't get to anything serious until the camera batteries all went. Yeah, and it was only audio, and I still didn't ask him about Pet Store. So it's been like so much fun to talk about that because it was such a cool thing that you guys did. How did that idea even get started?
Yeah, I mean, it was all Maggie Phelan and Nick Sisk. They came up with the idea before I was even back here. I was still in LA.
Oh, that was when they kind of started it.
Yeah. Okay. It was like pretty shortly before I moved back, and they very generously asked me if I wanted to be on the writing team for it. And so I was super excited about that. Maggie and I had always like talked about trying to do like a different kind of show, like something more long form, something more like going beyond sketch, stand up, improv, something more maybe even variety-esque. But this was something
that
like,
would be cool
yeah,
too.
this felt so ambitious. And I was like, hell yeah.
That's cool that like made you excited instead of like overwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
neat.
I was definitely at first when I was only supposed to be writing. I was really excited. And then there was some actor change ups and I had to act.
Yes.
But
you did great, by the way.
Thank you. That's nice. It was stressful. But it was ultimately very rewarding, I would say.
What was your favorite? Because that's like being in like a writer's room to some degree.
Yeah. We were the first season we did things pretty independently. Like we would just be like, all right, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Like Jared, Nick, and I split up all the episodes. So this season we're trying to be a lot more collaborative about it, which is fun. So we like get together and basically generate an outline for the episode, and then one of us goes to write it and then bring it back. And
so you guys are already starting to work on?
Yeah, we've already started.
Oh man, yay!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it's really fun, and it's so easy with everyone. They're all so funny. Like it doesn't
God.
like it's so. I feel like sitting with like Nick, Jared, and Maggie, who are in the writers' meetings. I feel like we could come up with like 100 episode ideas in like one meeting because everyone is so funny and creative.
Oh my God.
All 3 of them.
How much do you feel like your comfort level around, like how much of your ability to work with them is because you've hung out with them and you're like, do you think a hang is good? Maggie was saying that that's like the best part of like getting an improv team is like if you can hang with them.
Yeah.
Then you can all relax and then you can start getting creative. Do you feel like a good hang is good for sketch writing too?
Totally. Yeah. I think we really try to have separate, like we try to have meetings because we usually just end up, messing around and not getting anything done. We like are like, okay, we're gonna sit down for an hour and come up with and only focus on this. So that's gonna be our plan for this season. But yeah, it's like a double-edged sword when you're doing stuff with like your friends and people you love because it's so easy, but it's also like sometimes hard to separate the two. Yes.
How are you guys with like giving feedback to each other? Like, is it hard to like, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or
it's tough. Especially that's also part of it, especially with people you're super close with. I definitely, there were times during season 1 where, especially when I was acting, which is something I already feel very self-conscious about.
Yeah.
Where I would, since each person was writing an episode, it was kind of like whoever wrote it when we were rehearsing would be kind of like a mini director of it. Like we had an actual director in the room, but then, sometimes they'd be like, okay, well, Nick, what do you think if Nick wrote the episode? But like, yeah, receiving like notes and like little critiques and stuff from your peers is something that takes a lot of time to get used to, for me at least.
Yeah. Because if you know somebody in such like a goofy sense or just like a chill sense, that would be, and I wonder too if like, because like, did you ever have things where you're like, did you ever get into like little debates about like, no, that really needs to be in there, no, let's take it out? Like, did you guys ever get into anything like that? Like little creative differences?
Not so much like during the writing process. There was definitely, I remember there was one time when we were rehearsing an episode Maggie wrote and she like gave me a note. She was like, I think you should try doing this way. And I was like, you can't talk to me like that.
love that it was
And I was
Maggie.
like fully taken aback. Because it was just like a dynamic that we've never really been in before. And then I like texted her later. I was like, I'm so sorry that I reacted like that.
I've had that happen with like work friends.
Yeah.
Too, like where I had it happen actually pretty recently at work where you're like, oh, I'm just like chill with this person, but they at this job, like they have like they're a little bit higher up on the pecking order.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, you need to get this done. I'm like, what?
You're like, excuse me?
Yeah, we were just talking about dicks.
Yeah.
That now it's not like, you don't tell me to like fill up my cleanser bottles. What?
Exactly. Yeah.
But it is like you I wonder about that. Like Andy and I, we would have, when we did sketch, we did have like not really with, well, yeah, actually I'm lying. We did have some like creative like times where,
did you usually have a director, or were you just all kind of?
We would have done way better if we had one.
I do think having a director is so important.
Yeah,
especially when you're doing something with people who you are all kind of on the same level.
Oh my God, I agree.
Yeah.
And we had, so our friend Stetson, his wife Erin, was sort of our director, I guess. Like she was never in the sketches, but she was in the room with us when we were coming up with things, and she would add. And sometimes she would do really good creative like criticism of like, you guys have had too much coffee. You think this is a good idea, and it's really not.
Right,
this is really not a good idea. But we did have like times, like I had this sketch idea that I really wanted, and it's this constant like thing of like, you guys, we should have done that sketch, and they'll be like, no, that it would never have worked, and it never would have been good, and I was outnumbered, so it never got up.
Right.
But
do you remember what the idea was?
Yeah, and I actually did. I wanted to prove to them so much that it was a funny
You're
idea.
like, I'm gonna do this by myself.
It kind of like, so I can't. So it was one of the sketch shows, and they at the club, and it was like unscripted or something, or unrehearsed or something, and it was this. We called it the train sketch. So Aaron did it, and I can't remember the other actor that was doing it with him. I'm sorry if that person's watching this. I can't remember who it was. But it was two actors, and they were supposed to be on a train, like in a scene. And one actor is playing it very subtle. Like he's just like sitting on the train, just like barely bobbing up and down.
Yeah.
And the other actor comes in and is like totally hamming it up. Like, oh my God. Like, you know, like moving all around. And they start to like, the one actor's like, why are you doing it like that? Like, that's way too over the top. That's not how you like act on a train. And so the whole thing becomes this like mime off of like, oh, well, then how would you, I can't remember how they got to it, but they end up like, this is how you do a stagecoach. And then one actor does it one way and one actor does it another way. And it gets like really amplified, and it just goes crazy.
That's so good.
Thank you.
I love that.
Andy, if you ever listen to this, and
Andy,
Stetson
if you ever
Ward,
come home.
Yeah, if you ever come home. Oh God, I take it all back.
He went to divorced dad gym band practice one night and never came home.
The funniest thing about that is not one of those men are divorced.
That's just the name of their band.
Yeah, I think that's
actually pretty funny.
It was the Upper Deckers, like, because like I guess like that's, I didn't know that, but if you shit, if you play a prank and shit in the top of a toilet, it's called like doing an upper deck. Like you're shitting in like the like reservoir, like the toilet bowl reservoir.
Like in the actual top part where
you
take off
where
the lid.
The water fills up. You shit in that.
Right.
And it's called doing like an upper deck or something like that. So that's how they got the name.
Okay, like
shitting in the top.
The point of doing that, is it like a prank or just something to say you've done it?
Because like, I guess what would be the prank? You'd have to
what you
be
pranking.
How would you
just
even
be
know?
Pissing someone off.
Would the water come out of the top brown? When you flush.
Oh, when you flush.
It's
But
just
that
going to put
depends what
shit
kind
in the
of
toilet.
shit it is. It depends.
You're so smart, Maddie.
If it's just a solid.
Well, it's going to have to disintegrate at some point.
You're
though,
right.
wouldn't
Yeah. It
It's
depends
gonna
how
get, like,
long
water.
it stays in there, how much structural integrity it has.
This is a long prank. Like, it's kind of a long.
There's a lot of
There's a
planning
lot
that
of
goes into
moving
this
pieces.
prank. You have to decide what you're going to eat.
Yes. Is it going to have corn in it? Is it not?
Is it going to have peanut butter,
Yes.
banana, and
Is it going to
bacon
be an
drippings?
Elvis shit?
Is it going to be an Elvis shit? Exactly.
Oh my
Imagine
God.
Elvis was trying to do an upper
Oh,
deck
no,
when he
dude.
died.
He was trying so hard.
It was like,
He's like, I'm gonna do the best prank ever. That was a
I'm gonna do
terrible
an upper
Elvis.
deck. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
an
I'm the
upper
upper deck. Oh my God. Somebody like in an SNL sketch, I remember because I was like deep in Elvis fandom, and somebody did an Elvis sketch, a sketch online. Is it Jewish Elvis or something?
Mm.
It was really funny. And the actress that was playing him came out like on a toilet. Like,
Oh,
underneath
nice.
at the end. And the comment section under it was so crazy. They're like, "Oh, that's disrespectful."
It was like
you shouldn't be
Elvis-
doing that.
Elvis fans being
yes,
like,
yes,
SNL's never been funny.
yes. And Maddie, my kids give me shit all the time about how much I love Elvis, but I showed them something. So every year they have an Elvis candlelight vigil
Uh-huh.
at Graceland on the day that he passed.
Okay.
And this is okay, these are fine women, but like I just can't imagine doing this. So there's like an Elvis
These
fan
are
club.
fine
They're
women.
fine women. If any of them ever watch this, I don't know how they would. But they like
Hey, we love you, girls.
we love you girls. Yeah. And they do call each other girls.
Yeah.
They're like that. They're like that. Like, I'm like, come on, girls. That's what they do.
We're going to the vigil.
Yeah, we're going to the vigil. Yeah, they walk. The miming of them chair walking is always really funny because it's always shoulders. Let's go to the
Yeah.
vigil. That's all you can do in chair. Nobody walks as much with their shoulders, but what else can you do?
Exactly.
So they stand there at the vigil, and they're the ones that like organize the whole thing. And they have these like shirts on, they're like Elvis fan club shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And they stand at the vigil and they all hold hands, and like one of them is like, Elvis, we told you when you died that we would do this every year. And we haven't missed a year, Elvis. And then they play an
Oh
Elvis
my
song and they
God.
all start crying. And I swear to God, they were looking at each other to make sure they were all crying. Like, if you're not crying, you're not a true Elvis fan.
Yeah.
Because like
I
that one lady was
agree.
like,
just like,
like, you better be crying as we play this.
yeah, yeah.
And so I showed that to the kids. I'm like, it could always be worse.
there's a video of this.
There is a video
Okay.
of this.
I'm
Yep.
gonna have
Yeah.
to.
You have to look
Is
it
that
up.
something you would like to be present for in person, or would you just be uncomfortable?
Oh, okay. So there was a time I thought I would want to just go just to say, but I went to Graceland with Andy, and I was really excited to go. And I went, and it was actually really sad to me
Yeah.
to go.
Interesting.
Because I had like just read so much about like his childhood and like just him as like a human, and then
Mhm.
you go and you're like, he had such a sad life. You know?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and I guess there was like a note that they found like after he died that said like, I don't need any of this.
Oh, that's
Yeah. He was just a guy that was just like got really big, and
just a talented guy.
yeah, and then I think it just sounds like none of that fulfilled him, because
Yeah.
he was like the spiritual guy. And so you go and like people are taking pictures of like all of the graves in the meditation garden, and like
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
in front of like Lisa Marie, it's like grave, and
Right,
you're kind of
right.
like, this feels I don't know. It just
especially
felt
different
weird.
for like the people who are just more collateral.
Yes,
Like not
yes.
even his grave.
Yeah, and it was like his grandson who like committed suicide, and you're kind of just like, this just feels weird to be like a part of this in a way.
I
Because
mean,
it's
there's
just sad.
It's hard for that not to be tragic. Like,
yeah. And there's pictures of him as like a little boy,
yeah.
and you're like, oh my God. And he was so cute, and like you just hear how like what a sweet kid he was, and then to have like that all change because he got fame, and then he got in the, I'm gonna get into Elvis like craziness, but he went into the army, and that's when he got addicted to the medication that he was gonna be on later. The
Okay,
uppers.
I didn't know he was in the army.
Yeah, he got drafted in the army, and then he had to do these like all night patrols,
Mm-hmm.
and they gave him like uppers to keep him up, and that's like how he started getting hooked on these pills.
Yeah.
And then because he was in the army, his mom became an alcoholic, and she died of like cirrhosis. And so it was just like one tragedy after another.
Domino effect.
Yeah. And then he just started, being attracted to 14-year-old girls. Which people point that out to me, and I'm like, oh, yeah. No.
Really
yeah,
tragic
I know.
life. Really tragic. So that's what happened to him.
I'm like, it was Priscilla's parents' fault. They should never have let her go.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to like turn I shouldn't turn a blind eye to it. It's a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah. Well, it can still, both things can be true.
And they've interviewed. Maddie.
Think. That doesn't pass the Bechdel test for sure.
No, it does not. This conversation doesn't pass it at all. No. And they've interviewed those women. Like he had like these like 14-year-old girls that he would never sleep with them, but he would just like kiss them and tickle them and stuff. And they interviewed one of these ladies now that she's like an older lady.
Yeah.
And she's just like probably how I would be. She's like, he was just so romantic and so like, oh my God. And kissing him was just amazing. And the reporter like is like, yeah, but like, don't you have like a grandkid that's like 14? Like, how would you feel?
Oh my God. I can't believe they
having this happen.
aired that. Or was it like a written?
It was aired. Yeah.
That's
and you just see the woman just kind of go, like, it's all kind of sinking in like about this. And then they always like, well, it was a different time.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Oh my gosh.
Jerry Lee Lewis was marrying his cousin. I mean, it was a
Good for
different
him,
time.
honestly. Good for him to take advantage of that before it became illegal.
Yeah, it's like getting at like being in Disneyland right before they like shut the gates.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Another bumper sticker from tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you have anything like I have like for Elvis? Do you have like any geeky like stuff that you will like have? Do you have any like dorky, like you've gone all in on like rabbit holes and researching?
Yes, I would say I am that way towards the JFK assassination.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's really cool because you're like a young person. I'm researching Elvis, but yeah, like. Yeah. So when did you get curious about all of that?
I don't remember exactly when, but I know I've always been interested in presidential assassanations, political assassinations.
Do you have like a whole book?
And that's it. Just interested.
Not plotting. Not planning. Yeah.
Yeah, I had like books about the presidents, and I would like reread the chapters about the ones who got shot.
Well, I mean, it kind of is exciting.
Yeah.
And when you're like a kid and you're not allowed to really know that much stuff about kind of violence and things.
Yeah.
I can kind of see why that would be intriguing because you're reading that in a book that an adult gave you to read and research.
Yeah. Oh, and I do remember when I was my grandmother used to tell me this story when I was younger about, because when my mom was super young, she was probably like, what year? He got assassinated in 1963. So my mom was like 1. And she had a bunch of siblings, and they lived in Maryland, super close to DC. So they went to the funeral, the car, whatchamacallit?
Like the procession.
The
and
procession.
stuff?
Yeah. And whatnot.
Wow.
And so my grandmother would always talk about like being there at his funeral, and she would tell me about that like when I was a young kid.
Oh
and
my
I think that
God.
probably helped.
Yeah, you
I
had
was
like a family
so in
connection.
order to have a funeral, there would need to be a death.
and how did that happen?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But I did earlier this year I went to the grassy knoll in
you
Dallas.
visited the grassy knoll?
It was
Oh my
incredible.
God. Oh my God.
And it's like, yeah, we shouldn't like, create tourism and excitement around someone who died, but he was a president. He was a white guy.
We go to battlegrounds
exactly.
too all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of in our nature to do it.
Exactly. But that's the only like historical site that I've ever been to where I'm like, take a picture of me. Take a picture of me here. Take a picture of me here.
So what are your thoughts on it? Like, are you like definitely 2 people? Like, what do you think about that whole thing?
Yeah, so I kind of right now my
is this ever changing?
it kind of is ever changing. Right now I'm kind of behind the accidental shooter theory. Just because
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah. After this trip that I went to, okay, well, let me tell you, the reason I went to Dallas is because my brother was donating bone marrow, and you get to have a +1 when you donate bone marrow, it turns out. And
that's nice. You get to have a +1 when
they were like,
wow.
He lives in San Francisco, and he was like, they will fly. I have to go donate bone marrow in Dallas, one of the most amazing cities on earth.
Oh my God.
And they'll fly you down there too.
So is he on a registry and then
I guess they just found a match for him. Yeah.
Oh my God, Maddie's brother. Way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so
and he was like
doing that.
Yeah.
And
he was doing that.
Yeah.
He was donating. He was all hooked up to the machines, and I was like, see you after I'm going to the grassy knoll.
Oh my God. Wow.
But anyway, they have the book depository is now turned into a museum called the 6th Floor Museum.
Oh, that's
where they think where supposedly Lee Harvey Oswald shot from.
Yeah.
And when you're in there, you can look out the actual window that he would have been at. You can really see how it really feels like an impossible shot.
Oh, really?
And I'm like on here spreading conspiracy theories.
No, that's fine.
But there's a pretty credible theory that one of the Secret Service agents that were walking behind the presidential car might have had an accidental discharge of his gun, and that would line up perfectly with the shot that went through his head and neck.
Oh, so and like the pitch and like how everything. Oh my God, I never heard that.
Yeah, it's one of many. There's a lot out there.
Wow. So that is actually one thing that I don't know very much about. I know about the grassy knoll. I know about like the possible second shooter that everybody was talking about. I know about the man with the umbrella.
Yeah.
And that's really all I know. Those are the only theories.
That's a pretty
that I know.
solid foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else is out there? Like what are some other thoughts about it?
I mean, they're so
interesting.
The way they've analyzed this situation is so clinical. Like they've studied like the angles down to like a millimeter.
Wow.
Of like they're just the case is closed now. Like they're not doing this anymore. But
how are they gonna?
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
One of the things that they don't talk about a lot is that there was never an autopsy report. They like lost it or something.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Whoa. Which leads to like if it was like somebody in the Secret Service.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want that to get out.
Yeah. Or if it was more intentional, politically motivated.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I had no idea. It's one of those things that now, like, if that had happened now, we would know so much because of all the forensics now.
Yeah.
There's so much.
I know.
And you're on camera all the time.
Seriously, yeah. And it's crazy that anyone even had this. I mean, it makes sense because it was the president. So someone's going to be videotaping it.
Yeah, but
like,
at that day and age, to have that happen,
yeah.
it's like it would be like solved like that now.
Yeah. But when you're there on the grassy knoll, there's in the street, there's a mark where the first where he was hit by the first bullet, and then down the street a little
right
ways.
on the street.
Yeah, there's another
Wow.
ex. Like they're really into this
Oh my God.
being their claim to fame.
And what was the name of the street that this happened on?
Oh, what is the name of that street?
Or I wonder if they renamed it. I
No,
mean,
they didn't. No, they didn't. I'm blanking on the name, but
wow.
yeah, they have like literal, like permanent, like giant X's in the street.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I just can't imagine ever getting to like a certain status where people would visit the place where I died.
Yeah,
or
right?
It just,
Isn't that crazy?
it's such a crazy, crazy idea to me that people get to that height. That it's the same thing that happened with like when we went in, not a death, but like when we went to Sun Records, when we were seeing all the Elvis stuff, and there was like an X on the floor, and they were like, that X is where Elvis stood to record like his first album. And this lady just like fucking lost it. She was like, oh, like she just like, she like lost it.
It was one of the vigil ladies.
Yes, I think it was one
She's
of
like,
the vigil ladies. Chair walking.
Come on, let's go to Sun Records, girls.
Now I want to start calling all my old lady friends girls.
Yeah.
Come on, girls.
And really get the shoulders into it.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of a workout.
Yeah.
But like, I was thinking like, there's never going to be a time when someone sees an X on anything that I've ever stood on and freaks out. Like,
Hey,
that's
you
like
don't know that.
unless I kill somebody, like unless I do something really horrible and like notorious. Like it's just like it's just
One
so
day this
crazy.
podcast set might be in a museum.
Oh my God, no. It would be in a what the fuck museum, like a Ripley's Believe It or
A
Not.
museum nonetheless.
I made it into a museum. And that's like this thing that Eric Drivelash showed me one time that was in this oddities museum.
Oh.
And it was Elvis's shit-stained underwear. Like in a frame.
From that day?
Not only from
The time. He had a lot of
he had a
incidents.
lot of incidents. Yeah. And somebody brought it up to like, this is so bad. Somebody brought it up to like one of his bodyguards, like on a like ask me anything thing.
Oh my God.
And they're like, have you heard about the Elvis like shit stain? I don't think they said shit stain to him. I think they did put it nicely, but like the soiled underwear. And the guy's like, the guy was like flat out, like
Oh my
you could
God.
tell he had heard it before.
Yeah.
He was like,
Sure.
that is not his underwear. He never wore underwear. Like, those suits were so tight, you would have
wore
seen a
underwear.
line. Like, he never wore underwear. That's not Elvis's underwear. Like, you could tell he is just so sick
Oh my
of
God.
hearing about
Yeah.
the soiled Elvis framed underwear. He like had an answer like right away.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh God damn it. It wasn't his
Oh
underwear.
my God. Imagine you devote your life to protecting this man and then you're like 80 years old and people won't stop asking you about his
The freaking
stained
underwear. I mean, we have the forensics to figure that out now.
Yeah.
We could open that up and find out if
Exactly.
it's true or not.
Yeah.
That's what we should be using
They like
taxpayers' money for.
they should release the files on that.
That's gonna come out before Epstein. There's gonna be 2 different files. People wanna
Release
know
the
about.
files on the underwear.
The Elvis underwear. Good grief.
There is actually going to be a strange amount of overlap on those 2 files.
Oh God, there probably will. There is probably so much like shit in underwear at that place. Oh my God, along with everything else.
Oh, boy.
Man. We have gone, that was a trip, dude.
That was a trip. We covered a lot.
We really did.
How long has
Oh
it been?
my God, I can't believe it's already been an hour and a half. It's over an hour and a
Wow.
half. Maddie.
We are just
Oh my God, this is
rolling
like
through it.
I know. So usually we've been trying to stop these at an hour and a half.
Okay, what do you usually cut your episodes down to?
Now, well, they used to go on for forever because we just kept talking, and I was like, we got to stop at some point.
Yeah.
These keep getting longer. So this is probably, I guess, like where we're going to stop. Like,
Yeah,
we'll stop
let's do
talking
it.
now in the Elvis underwear. I feel so bad. It's not intelligent at all. This isn't an intelligent way of ending
let's
it.
make it intelligent.
Okay, tell me
Um,
something interesting, like an interesting fact, because you have been bringing the intelligence to this conversation.
No, I meant let's just make the underwear intelligent.
We did talk about them like forensically looking at the underwear.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that
what
should
are they?
happen.
What are they trying to find out? If they're actually
If it's
his?
actually his.
Oh,
like that's
okay,
what I'd like
gotcha.
to know. Because
Right.
this guy was like so emphatic
Yeah.
that he did not wear underwear.
Yes.
He
okay,
never
that
would
makes
have
sense.
done
Yeah.
it. Like,
That must be an easy test. You
It's
know they
gotta
have
be, and it's
vials
right
and vials
frickin'
of
there.
his DNA.
yes, they have
They
to.
do. It's the
They
U.S.
have to.
government. Of course they do.
They have files of all of our DNA.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be such an easy test.
And
that's
it's
the,
right
That's the
frickin' there,
Meredith Gordon
Maddie.
test.
I'd be so
Is
proud.
the shit
I would
underwear
be so
actually
proud.
Elvis?
Or anytime you're testing shit in underwear, that's
Yes.
my test.
Anytime you're testing DNA in underwear shit. Okay, and what was my test again? Whether you do well in your 101 improv class.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so those are about the
Yours
same.
is so much nicer. I got
No,
stuck
yours
with
is
the
so, but
shit.
yours is so important and historically relevant. Elvis, you think Elvis took 101?
Oh my God, can you imagine him doing yes?
I have this joke about Abe Lincoln that
Oh
I
my
do
God, I
in
can't wait to
stand-up.
hear.
Well, no, it's part of my stand-up.
Can you
bit.
tell it?
Oh, don't make me tell it.
Mm-mm.
But basically, it's like,
Okay.
it's about how if he hadn't been assassinated, he could have worn jeans, because jeans were invented 8 years after he was assassinated. People started wearing like Levi's jeans. And so the whole joke is basically just like, imagine Abe Lincoln wearing
you do
jeans.
like the image of something
Yeah.
funny. Lincoln wearing jeans.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess this part isn't that relevant to the bulk of the joke. But I used to end it by saying, and the sad part is he was at the theater that night watching his nephew's improv 101 class. And people didn't laugh at that. But I've changed it since to he was there watching the Blue Man Group. People really like that.
He was probably like, please end this.
Yeah, exactly.
Do something for the love of God.
Wait, no,
Get
that's
up
good.
here.
It should be the improv class.
Yes.
It's a self-inflicted gunshot.
Yes, it was a mercy. It was a mercy killing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And that's why he took
to
a bow
workshop that.
after. Because he
Yeah.
was like, I did what
Yeah,
he wanted me to do.
exactly.
Oh
That's
my
beautiful.
God. Look, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Maddy Hyams, thank you for coming to the wrong side of the hedge and talking about so many amazing
So
things.
much. And you can cut out the part where I sound like a crazy conspiracy theory guy.
That has to stay in.
Okay, perfect.
Because I then talked for like at least a half hour about Elvis's shitty underwear. So at least yours was like intelligent, coherent thoughts.
it's all the same. It's all historical. It's all
It
on
is
the
all
record. It's all
historical.
historical record.
And this podcast is now historical.
It
It's
is.
now
Technically,
finished.
yeah. It's in the history books.
Yeah, it's in this house's history
Yeah.
books for
Well, thank you
sure.
so much for having me. This
Yes.
was
Thank
the
you,
joy of
Maddy.
my day.
Was it a really shitty day? This was the joy. Talking in a basement about shit-stained underwear.